You're currently watching an archive footage, hopefully, of the first ever E3 Mockery, live Mockery edition, 2018 press conference. We're going to be doing EA today. This is just for video people. Stream people won't see this because, you know, time constraints, I guess. It is currently June 9th, 2018 at 11:34, almost 35 a.m. Yeah, let's get right into this, shall we? Cut it. I love it, but cut it. We're already getting footage live right now. We're getting footage live right now from the EA stream. It looks like a girl and two guys. Here we go, everybody. Hold on. How do I do this again? I forgot. How do you do anything?
To go check out some other stuff. So that means that I'm gonna go see what my buddy Jose is up to. Jose, what are you doing over there?
That's right. I am here in the Madden mobile area.
Hold on. Hold on. This doesn't matter. Hold on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Don't look at that. It starts now, TV. It starts now. Let's set this to full screen mode. Get rid of the chat. Anyways, hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Kind of screwed this one up. I didn't realize that they were gonna start early, I guess, or even have any like footage like this. Start early, I guess. Oh, okay, good. Thanks, me from the past, telling me what's going on. It's TV just like it starts now.
That's right. This year, Madden NFL Mobile becomes Madden NFL Overdrive. I am here with Mark and Joe, and they're going to tell me exactly what is going to take this mobile version into this Overdrive. What does Overdrive mean?
I miss. Where's TV when you need him?
Overdrive this year is that we're actually what we've done is we installed the next generation of graphics engine. So like,
well, what we did is we installed a graphics engine.
New physics, new animations.
And yeah, that's about it.
For the first time, really, the game when we talk about Madden on your phone is going to feel like
here we go.
An entirely different experience nobody's ever encountered before. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome. Having Madden on the phone, it's going to be awesome.
Graphics. How are you guys taking the power of tablets and mobile
It's going to be awesome.
And putting these
Sorry for that. I had to check if my audio was ready.
No, it's not. It's a lot of work. but we've done a lot of great job.
Short answer.
Yeah, we've done a lot of great job with it. And then, of course, we have the new head-to-head mode here, which is called Overdrive as well.
Okay, so let's talk about this the mode you're playing right now, because the score is 339 to 102.
That's right, it is.
There's something.
That's right, it is.
Not right about that. How do you have so many points?
Yeah, it is, Tom.
That good, yes. So the cool thing about what's the goal of Overdrive in new head-to-head mode is that you have to score more fantasy points in 3 minutes of real time against your opponent's preset defense. So you're getting points
care less about this.
Like,
Can I just turn down the volume? Okay. Anyways, for anyone who's joining us for the stream, thank you for joining me. This is currently live right now. At least I think it is. I don't know. Is for anyone who's joining us for the stream? Oh my God! Stop audio me.
It's a lot. It's a lot of touchdowns. So one of the things I noticed about is let's talk about captains. You guys were telling me earlier that there's going to be captains. How do captains play a role in Madden NFL Overdrive?
How does this even compare to anything from the last Madden games? Well, apparently TV won't be joining us. No one will be joining us. Starts to my time.
Whereas Mark, I just threw an interception. That's so bad.
See, I told him. That's why I said sorry. I knew it was going to happen, Russ.
Mark is over here as Alvin Kamara.
Yes, I am.
As his captain, and
Who just took it all the way down. Touchdown.
That's so bad.
That was $100.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's actually incentivized to run the ball more. So, and again, because of that, we actually have.
Hold on.
Like, so I'm more of a passing-based team, and his more of a running-based team because I score more points from passing. And so there's lots of different captains, lots of different ways that you can run your team to score the most points in that 3 minutes of time.
And is there specific captains for each team? Is that how it's going to be played out? Or are you guys like, can I choose my own captain?
You can choose your own captain. Like,
you can choose your own
one
captain.
to augment your team, whatever works for you.
Wow.
All right. So, and when choosing different captains, how is that going to affect the way I play or he plays? Or you play?
So again, so if I'm running the ball, or if he's running
You
the
play.
Mark's coach, he's going to be running the ball.
You
and then
play.
the other thing he's going to be able to do is it also affects.
Why are we bringing up you play? This is the EA conference, not you. This isn't the
Now, one of the things
Ubisoft
I noticed that
conference,
when you look at the
dude.
screen, there's a little meter at the
Idiot.
bottom.
What a
What's this meter all about?
dummy.
Yeah, that's right. So one of the things.
What's this meter all about?
You just told
Tim?
me about.
That is something.
It's something, dude. I'm losing my crap over here just playing Madden
Tactics that you can use.
outside.
So if I'm getting alerts in game saying, hey, like he's running the ball a lot. What I can do is I can use those tactics on the right side of the play call screen to adjust how my defense is playing to try to slow him down, like prod the box and basically adjust to what he's doing to try to slow down his point total.
And he didn't.
At all. He only
not a little
lost
bit.
by 600.
That's right.
It's
It
like
was close.
It's like you were the Cavs and he was the Dubs.
Yes.
That's how many points you lost by. But so tell me a little bit just quickly about, the gameplay style.
The
when playing
gameplay
against each other.
style.
How does that affect the way he plays against you? And
Okay, this is the point where we break out the.
Well, he didn't score that much.
I mean, he did.
So I didn't get
Candy
many.
Obviously, you weren't. Yeah, you
But
were getting
yes,
notified too
I am
much.
seeing what he's doing as we go
Whatever
back and
the
forth.
balls
And, were it a closer game, I would see these wild swings back and forth in scores. But in this case, I didn't have much to worry
I was
about.
gonna say,
I didn't have much to worry about because he
he's coming back
sucks,
from
Tim.
195 to
He
120
sucks.
defeats.
Not in this case.
That hurts.
There's a lot going on back and forth depending on what captain we chose. Like that interaction back and forth between us is really critical to kind of your success being able to win in a game like this.
So I have to ask quickly, who's your team?
My team is the Titans.
The Titans.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Titans and Dolphins.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wasn't
I'm
one of them a
sorry you have to do
Seahawks?
that.
I got
We all
to
make
one of them was
mistakes.
playing the
We do.
This year,
Seahawks.
we all know it's going to be the Niners' year. Praise Jimmy Jesus and all his name. But you guys, thank you so much for showing us Madden
Stop.
NFL Overdrive. And now we are
Please,
going to find out
stop.
what's happening from football to football as we hit the pitch and see what's going on in the world of FIFA.
No, not FIFA.
Hey guys, it's Spencer here from Spencer FC coming to you
What
from
the
Amsterdam.
balls?
We've just wrapped on the FIFA 18
Wow.
Global Series playoffs and we've successfully found the 32 best players in the world, all of which
One
have
of them were
qualified
like- they
for
were
the
like
FIFA
10.
World Cup Grand Final.
My friend Mike LaBelle, who's on the second most comfortable seat.
Oh, no.
No, no, no.
It's been an
Oh, that is
unbelievable
amazing. That has
season
never
of
been done
competitive FIFA
in
this
Counter-Strike
year. It's
history.
been a
I
truly
mean,
global
FIFA
competition
history
as
right
well,
there.
with more than 20
Never
million
done.
players taking part from over 60 different countries.
60 different
Beer's gonna lead
nations.
them
That's
and
part of the
definitely
FaZe
see more love cross. Like I
clan.
said, it gives you a little more time.
There's a part in the video or stream where we get sued
to mark their dominance.
for Monster
New
Cat.
faces arrive. They've left the mark too.
New faces
Be the
alive.
best, you got to beat the best.
It's been a packed out season with events from all over the world. We've had tournaments
that just
such
a
as the
PlayStation
Club Cups
right
in
there?
Barcelona and Manchester, the EA Champions Cup.
There's just a
in
PlayStation
Bangkok
right
as
there.
well.
Hold
We've
on,
seen
wait a
leagues
minute.
such as the MLS, Bundesliga, and La Liga. All
Oh
form
my
part
God,
of the
no.
Global Series. We've seen other events such as the Gfinity Elite Series and ESWC, but all roads led to Amsterdam, where we've just wrapped
Well,
the FIFA 18
I
Global
can't see
Series
chat.
playoffs.
That's great.
And there we go. Congratulations to Nicholas.
So now we know the 32
Good
players
job,
will
Nicholas.
compete
You've
for
done it now.
massive cash prize and the title of the world's best FIFA player. It all kicks off on August 2nd to August 4th in London. You can catch all the action across EA Sports FIFA channel. So we'll see you at the grand final for the
You will
conclusion
never
of this
see me
dramatic
there.
season of competitive FIFA.
I could care less about FIFA.
Here's a goal! To talk about FIFA. As you can see, 20 million players from 60 countries came together in tournaments all around the world for one reason, to become the best FIFA player in the world, and it's all going down this August in London.
I just want to die.
I wish I was there. I wish I could be one of the 32 guys.
I wish you could not do
this. It's got to be an awesome feeling. But to become the best FIFA player, it's the most popular sports game in the world, and now you can be the best player in the world.
Sally, it is. Sally.
If the price is right. No, I'm just kidding. If you're really good at FIFA, because 32 players from around the world, again, coming together in London for that
World Cup. Watching Spider-Man from Infinity War all over again. Feels
best player in the world. Unfortunately, it's not going to be me. But I do know the best host in the world happens to be Andrea Renee.
Oh,
so let's find out what she's doing.
Not you.
Andrea.
Oh, thanks so much, Jose. That's very kind of you. And you may have a shot at FIFA someday. You just got to practice a little bit more, buddy. But right now, I am standing inside the Access Lounge.
There is no inside.
It is.
There is no inside. You're currently outside. There is no inside.
And I've got the lovely Elena here to talk to me all about it. How's it going today?
It's going amazing. Thank you so much for coming up into our not so little lounge.
Huh, wait, is she the one that runs Star Wars?
You were telling me that when you guys originally envisioned Access Lounge, that it was something completely different.
Yeah, as you know,
I see some Star Wars in the background.
Takes about a year.
Oh, she's not the one.
So,
she's not the one running Star Wars.
About 9 months ago, we said, what
oh
do we
my God, we took a huge drop. I'm so sorry.
In the corner for our Access members, we hand out some water, and then 9 months pass, and it's a 3-story structure with the rooftop deck.
I mean, certainly an upgrade from a water tent, that is for sure. Yeah. So who are the folks that are going to be able to come into the Access Lounge?
Well, we're not exclusive, so everyone is welcome to come up to the Access Lounge. We
wow.
have some games that we have from our library, the vault.
There is no games there.
Power for your phone.
I can tell you that right now. There are no games being played right there.
Spoiler, but it's a fanny pack full of awesome goodies.
It's awesome
goodies. So we can't have an outdoor festival without fanny packs. It's like festivals and fanny packs go together.
Yeah, sunscreen, a fan, everything you need, because it is going
everything
to be
you need to be outside.
Yeah, and for some
the complete opposite of what gaming is.
I'm going with the dark
also, there's some guy live streaming the live stream on his phone.
In addition to everything that's happening right here at the Access Lounge, you guys are doing this crazy streaming initiative. Let's talk about it.
Well, we have so many fans that can't come to LA. Not everyone obviously can make the trip. So we knew we wanted to do something online, and we decided to stream. And someone said, well, how many games do you have in the vault right now? And we were like, 100 or so? And they go, yeah, let's go ahead and stream it. So we are actually streaming 100 hours, 100 games with 100 streamers, from Baby Ariel to King Batch to Ali A.
What is the point of that?
Streamers from all over the world.
What is the point of that? 100 games, 100 hours,
and 100 YouTubers.
Well, man, go big or go home, I guess. 100 hours. But
100 hours? Wow, that's like
an international company. We were just talking about that, when we were interviewing the fans
4 days.
There's clearly going to be
so how many days are in this event?
Yes. Thankfully, we had so many streamers that were like, give me the 3 a.m., give me the 5 a.m. So thank goodness. You can check that out on twitch.tv/EA and look for our hashtag UnlockPlay to find all of the amazing streams we have going on.
Awesome. Well, before I let you go, I got to know, of this 100 games, you got to have a fave, right?
I do. You know that my heart sits in Edmonton
so,
with
dude,
the BioWare team.
Do you think this stuff is bullcrap?
Inquisition are two of my favorites in the vault. They're actually
you think this whole thing is just bullcrap, man? Just the two guys back there.
That's going to go on with Anthem this week.
I swear I didn't pay her to say that, you guys. We just are both big BioWare fans.
Well,
Elena, thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you so much for talking to me today.
100 hours, 100 streamers, you guys. It's going to be amazing. So right now, I'm going to head inside the Palladium to get ready for the press conference, which is going to start
in just a few minutes. Is it really that amazing?
So I'm going to send it over to Jose, who I believe is in the Sims booth. Jose, what are you doing over there?
Oh, hello. Sometimes you have to stop and smell the roses. Here at the flower wall in the Sims booth. That's right, we are talking about The Sims. I've made my way to the Sims booth. And what do we have over here?
Nothing.
Deli and James.
Because no one cares about The Sims.
Nice to meet you guys. So tell us a little bit about who you are and what makes you so prolific in the world of The Sims.
I'm Deligracy, and I'm a YouTuber and streamer, and I make Sims videos mostly.
I'm James Sona. I run a channel called The Sims Supply, and I play The Sims, build houses. I love to design cool things in it.
There are other games you can play that are just not The Sims.
Seasons.
I'm so excited.
Why are you excited about seasons? What's going to get other Sims fans excited about the seasons?
Because you have rain and snow, and it's just going to
They're
seem
literally
so much
called
more real,
seasons,
so
dude. What do you
I'm
think is
pumped
going
for
to
the
be
rain,
added?
honestly.
Spring,
I'm
fall,
really excited for winter because it
winter,
absolutely looks beautiful.
summer.
Like, I cannot wait to see all the different worlds covered in snow.
And when winter is coming,
Oh, here we
you know
go.
what
Here we go.
happens,
We're
right?
getting some.
It's going
There's
down
some
in the world
people
of the
actually
Sims.
apparently in here excited for the damn Sims.
So tell me a little bit about the aspect of adding something like seasons. I mean, what does that do to the overall world within the Sims? Because there's been tons of expansions for the Sims, but how is seasons, do you think, going to change things?
It does.
I mean, it's a life simulation game, so it simulates
Has
life.
this guy
and
never
having weather in
played
the game just makes it feel
Who
so
would
much
want to
more
play?
exciting
Okay.
and real, and
All right.
you just
For
get
real
into the
though,
game so much
who would
more,
want to
so,
play The
yeah.
Sims?
I mean, one of the big aspects
Who would
of
want to
world
play
adding
The
a lot
Sims?
of
By the way,
holiday
for the
as
three
well, and
viewers or
customizable
the
holidays.
two
So
viewers
theme
that
them
joined the
around
chat, the
seasons
chat's
itself.
broken.
They have the winter
Sorry about
holiday,
that.
the
I don't know
summer
why.
ones. They have a lot
And it
of
was like I was saying,
different,
who wants
parties
to
they
go
can
to
have.
like E3 and be like,
Add
you
some
know what, I'm gonna
overcast
play
to
play
today.
The
Could you do that in The
Sims.
Sims to make it a
I'm
little
gonna spend at
cloudier? 'Cause
least
it's
an
hot.
hour trying to make my damn character
I wish.
and play The
Season's
Sims.
obviously not
Why?
installed yet here at EA Play, but hopefully soon.
Well, funnily enough, it is on the computers here. So
Actually, I
you
just
can
realized
play it
something.
If, you're at EA
If
Play.
you want to go to the test
But,
chat,
not the real life weather.
hopefully
Very
it's
true.
available
And
to
if
everybody,
you're
but
not
there's a
here
test
and
chat
getting
that
the
you
chance to
can
play it,
use.
They're streaming 100
One of the
hours
rooms you can use
of
test
EA
chat, and I'll be
games.
able to read from that.
And
So
that's going to be a part of it, so people can get a little sneak peek about what you see in seasons.
Possibly seasons. I myself am streaming tomorrow with Lil Simsy, another big simmer, and baby Ariel. And I don't know if we're going to play
Lil
seasons,
Simsy.
but we'll be playing some Sims content. So it's going to be fun.
Trying to keep all the secrets for themselves.
Why?
See, that's just how it is. If you could stream seasons, you would, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, 100%.
So what got you
Just
into
why?
The Sims? What is it about The Sims that keeps you coming back for each and every expansion?
Yeah, I mean,
The
I've
life's
been playing
better.
since the first Sims came out. I think James as well. My dad brought it home one day, and I would just play it every chance I could. It's just like a creative outlet, and it's so much fun.
And again, you know,
I
like, what is
played
it
The
about that
Sims.
world of getting to
It's a
create
fun
your own
game
world and create your own atmosphere?
for
Now
like
you get to create your own
an
seasons
hour,
and tweak that a little bit. How
and
does
then
that
it's
make you
gone.
feel like? What keeps you coming back?
It's the creativity for me. Like, I've always, growing up, I love building with Legos and all that kind of stuff. So being able to create your own world and craft
play
it,
the Lego
tell the
games.
stories with the Sims the way you want to, and now being able to control the weather.
The way you
and
want to.
just
You
adding
can't
that
even do
into
half of the
all
things that you
makes-
want.
makes
At
it
least what I want
super
to.
exciting. It's just the freedom to be able to do what we want.
Yeah, it's a sandbox
Please.
game, so you get
Please,
sick of
put this
something,
in.
you knock
Please,
it down,
God,
you start
please,
again,
God.
like it never ends.
Please.
What's been your favorite expansion so far?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I asked the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, I think Cats and Dogs was pretty cool because you got to have pets and a new world, and that was a heap of fun.
That
Probably
wasn't-
Cats and Dogs
that-
or City Living.
That
where you can
wasn't.
live in,
That's
like,
not an
big
expansion.
apartment
Cats and
buildings
Dogs
and
is not an
go to
expansion.
festivals.
You mean the
Yeah.
Pets expansion? Damn
For
it.
me, it would be Get to Work so far, because
No,
able to
no,
run
no,
retail stores,
your-
so you can
no,
become
your
an
Sims
entrepreneur,
expansions,
sell
damn
whatever
it.
you want from the catalog. I always love that aspect of the game. Being able to
I
make
always love
my
the
way in
aspect
world.
of the game, just building
Like, I love playing games
houses,
'cause,
making
I like the
Sims,
job part
and
of
making
it.
them,
I love
making
getting
them,
to
you
work with
know.
my Sims, putting those Sims to work. Lazy Sims just lying around. Well, now they get to lie around, and hopefully in the sun, maybe a little rain, maybe like lying
8
around in
more
the snow.
minutes.
June 22nd.
Snow Angels.
You can make snow angels. See, that's what I'm in for.
How exciting is that?
So June 22nd, you're going to get your
8
chance to make snow
more
angels when the Sim Seasons
minutes.
expansion hits everywhere. Thank you guys so much.
Please.
Thank you. And thank you. Hopefully you guys have a great EA play. And now let's take a look at exactly what I've been talking about with this trailer for the Sim Seasons.
Oh, there's a trailer. Someone had to make a song for this. They paid someone to sing these actual lyrics. Why? Just why? That's all I ask is why. Ah, here we go. There's the male singer. Great. Mistletoe. Oh, wow. They're playing with their... What the? Keemstar. When did he make an appearance in here? Oh, look at this. Please, I just... Oh, wow. Okay, really? That guy just gained powers for no reason.
All that and more coming June 22nd to The Sims. But now, say you're interested in perhaps working in the games industry.
I'm
That's
not
what I do.
now.
I've been doing it for quite a long time, and I'd like to do more. I'd like to learn more. So that's why I found Shannon
so sorry that you
here
have
to
to
explain
do
a little bit
this.
about how I could get a job in the games industry. First off, Shannon, how are you going to help me get a job in this industry that I love so much?
Absolutely. Gaming
Absolutely.
industry opens up such a variety of opportunities and
Oh,
careers
look, it's
within
Plants
this industry, and
vs.
that's what I
Zombies
love
in the
about it.
background.
Doesn't matter if you want to be a developer, if you want to be finance, analyst, we have all types of opportunities for you, and that's what we're here for. I'm a recruiting team, is to partner with you, help you identify what skill sets align with your passions and career.
Now, is that a tough gig to be a recruiter for the video games industry? Because it seems like, lots of people love video games. I assume a lot of people want to work in the games industry. How do you find and pick perfect spots for people?
I always tell people network with who you know in the industry and make sure you're engaging
5
with people
minutes.
to learn from them as well. But for us, we actually just want to engage
5
all talent. There's so many different types of skill
minutes.
sets and levels that we want to include into our industry. That's what makes it diverse, so we can have such great experiences for everybody.
And as a recruiter, how cool is it for you to get to come to something like EA Play and see all these people who are passionate about video games and you might even be hiring someday?
Oh, it's so exciting. The vibe here is great. I love knowing that we're surrounded by such creative people and passionate people about the industry. And it's just great to see that come into our culture and see what environments get pushed through all the other different teams.
Now, you can be a recruiter
This is not worth
for
breaking
tons
up
of things.
to.
There's tons of jobs out there. What is it about the games industry that is the perfect place to be recruiting for? Because as I said earlier, there's so many passionate people, but how different is it working within the games industry than it is with some of the other industries?
It's such a fun environment to be in. That's the great thing. With all the different creative people that you're surrounded by, you can learn from every day. There's new technologies going on in the game industry. It's just an exciting environment, and that allows you to be an individual. We really embrace that within the culture.
And what got you into this industry?
What?
Again, tons of industries out there, but what is it about games that brought you into that world?
I'm passionate about gaming. I love to game, and for me to be able to merge recruiting with gaming is a dream come true for me. So I encourage that to anybody. If you love gaming, get out there, go
Man,
to
she's an
EA
Assassin's
Careers,
Creed
check
fan.
it out, see what we have for you to check to potentially just be involved with. Like I said, we
I
have
bet
everything
she has
from
like an
recruiting,
Assassin's Creed
HR,
tattoo
finance,
just
artists,
somewhere.
designers, programmers. We love every type of skill set.
So that's all we have to do is go to ea.com/careers?
EA.com/careers. Check out our world, check out our locations across the globe.
Shannon, thank you so much. I appreciate
it. Have a great
Thanks,
time.
I'm going to have
Shannon.
an awesome time, and that's just one job that you can
Bye,
get in the games industry,
Shannon.
but perhaps playing video games
Run,
is the job you
Shannon.
want. That's right, playing the games.
Run,
How about playing the
Shannon.
games way before they even come out? EA has play testing available for you. That's right, you can be a gameplay tester. That means playing games months, sometimes years before they come out, and having the opportunity to help develop that game and
Oh
make
my
sure that
God.
it's the perfect game and the
You
game
remember?
you want it
You remember
to
from
be.
the Developer
Maybe you live in the
Conference?
United States, Canada,
This is
Sweden,
earliest
Australia,
access.
London. EA has studios in all
This is
those
earliest
locations that make it
access
super
right
easy
here.
for you
Play
to go
testing
to.
games
So if you just go to
publicly.
EA.com
You can publicly play
you can find
test
a perfect
games.
career path for you in testing
What?
video games. It sounds so amazing. You don't live in those areas?
I think.
There's something in there for you too. Why? Because you can possibly test games from the comfort of your own home. You don't even need to leave
Oh, thank goodness.
the bed.
Ah, damn
You
it.
could just be hanging out in your jams, testing video games, giving your feedback, and helping how these video games
Just
are
want us
made.
to end.
So once again,
Please.
EA.com/playtesting.
Please, those 2 minutes go
find
faster,
out all the
please.
information. You'll make a couple clicks here and there, and you too can be playtesting video games way before they come out and telling me what's coming out, so I know all the secrets. Because who doesn't want to do that? I want to do that.
I wanna ruin everything.
So that's, again, playtesting. Go check it out. And now we're going to go
Oh
head
my
inside
God.
and see what Andrea's
I
doing.
can't wait for the memes.
I think she's busy. She looks a little too busy for me. But look at all those people. Those people in there sitting down, hanging out, getting ready for the show. EA Play is only a few minutes away. And that is what's happening inside the Palladium. But I want to learn a little bit more
Nothing.
about the Palladium itself.
Nothing is
And that's where I
happening.
found my man Dylan right here. Dylan, how you doing?
My man,
All right.
Dylan.
Tell me about the Palladium. What is it about this venue that makes it so special and keeps EA coming back for each EA Play?
So the Palladium opened in 1940. The opening night, Frank Sinatra was an opener on the bill. And since
Not
then,
even the closer?
Not
Old
even
Blue
the
Eyes was the opener?
opening. So since then, about everyone's played here. Rolling Stones.
He looks like
Nirvana,
Ryan
Prince,
Gosling's
Elton
like
John,
Sim.
lately, Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake, Dave Chappelle filmed a special here. So about everything in between. And then last year, EA came in for the first time, transformed the parking lot, the venue, blew it up even more this year. And so now we have this festival here with gaming, music.
I can't even be mad. It's like watching Ryan Gosling tell me about games.
What is it about EA Play that excites you the most?
I just like the transformation of the venue. We take over the whole block, close down streets. There's thousands of people.
He literally
that come
looks
through,
like Ryan
have a good
Gosling.
time. They
I
have A-list talent that
can't
come and
even
play
be
concerts
mad.
at
He
night.
looks like
It's a really
Ryan
good time.
Gosling.
Well, thank you so much, Dylan. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's a little bit about the Palladium. And now, let's
Ryan
head
Gosling,
inside
don't leave!
and check out the show.
Please, Ryan Gosling. By the way, for new viewer, if you want
me to
to
rap?
chat with me, just go into
still
a
going.
different
We're
room.
not
Don't go into
rapping.
the stream chat because it's broken.
I was lied
I
to.
don't.
Welcome
I
to the
don't
Family
know.
Fun Zone, my friends. This is where you can get all your real racing action on. It may be a mobile game, but say perhaps you'd like to play a
Well,
game
thanks,
in a race
EA.
chair
Yep,
with a
screwed
steering
up.
wheel. There are 4 stations. Look at this guy's jumping the stage. He's like, I'm ready. I'm jumping in.
I'm ready.
No
Look at me.
pressure,
I'm a young
but the
kid.
camera's on. There's a ball pit over
Stop.
here. There's food
Stop,
over here.
please.
We're going
I
inside. Let's head inside.
Yeah.
And check out the show.
Show me the games. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. EA Play.
Damn it!
Oh, okay, good. I thought I was just straight into FIFA. I already saw that. I saw half of this already. Okay. The heck is this? Oh wow. I feel like I'm there. This improves my experience so much. Please. Oh, thank
Oh my
you.
gosh, how cool was that?
Was not that
So
cool.
That was Anthem. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show.
Oh, the canceled
But welcome
game?
everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee, and while you might recognize me from the gaming community,
I
I'm kind
don't.
of a new face around here. So this year,
Yeah.
EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show, and I think this year
Yay.
is going to be a lot of fun, you
Wow.
guys. I hope
No,
you're ready.
it's not.
We're about to kick the press conference off. But before we do that,
Jeez.
EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today.
Please.
But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up. Last month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19. And
Damn
boy,
it!
do they have some big news, you guys. Any World Cup fans? You guys excited?
No.
Then
Wow,
we've got
everyone's
two
so
new
excited.
indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my
What?
favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of
Hey,
course,
Please.
yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it.
Please.
You want to do this with me?
Please. No.
Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well, give him a break.
Please, I
He
just
needs
wanna
just
go
do the
home.
show. So without further
That's
ado,
her
let's get things
boyfriend,
started.
damn it. Or brother, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Battlefield 5 gameplay. Now with women as unlockable characters. Is that a GIMP mask? Battlefield 5. Watch this trailer that we're gonna take overly seriously. Oh wow. That was it. That was it. That was it.
That was it. All right.
Huh? Wow.
Right. It's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting. There's been a lot of speculation and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But
please,
there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works. And you want to know more about our take on the Second World War.
Yeah.
So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive Battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able to dive and smash through
please, just show me
windows
gameplay.
to
Just show me
surprise your
actual
enemies.
gameplay. This looks like crap.
Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantages.
What?
And our renowned destruction system is back and more impactful than ever. So,
Wow.
well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing you for you, as they rip through those buildings.
Wow.
And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community.
Wow.
So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you
Yep, just talk about
those
it.
untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game.
Oh my god.
It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism.
Yeah.
It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever.
That's cool.
Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war.
I would have liked that.
We started off by an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks,
Wow.
that's something not to miss tomorrow. So,
What about
our launching
today?
October is just the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no premium pass. Every day will bring something new. And as part of that journey, after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
A battle pass.
It's Royale.
No!
Royale reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction, team play.
You can hear the
vehicles
disappointment.
into this new experience. So we will bring you experience that you haven't played before.
All right,
in
everybody,
Battlefield or
take a
anywhere
shot.
else.
Take a shot.
But more about that later this year.
So with that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic.
Just show me
fighting
the gameplay.
across multiple
Just
maps
show me the
and
gameplay.
modes.
Show me gameplay.
Welcome to your
Please,
next
God.
Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
This is actual in-game footage. Wow, it's a cutscene. 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 Bloody logos. Still a damn cutscene. The planes are falling. Okay, somewhat gameplay. Oh, cutscene. Just more cutscenes. They're all cutscenes. Oh, that's not a cutscene. Too bad it's not going to be here for a while because we have to show that. Yep, there we go. Planes. Plane. Bombing. Dead people. Dying people. Lagging. Falling into the snow. Oh my god, that was brutal. Is that going to be part of the Battle Royale experience? Oh. Not a single drop. I love you. 9! 9, 9, 9! Kill the bastards! Cool, we're gonna learn about a war story. Oh, no, not FIFA, damn it, no! Game engine footage. Oh, I like that. We're now calling it game engine footage. Cool, great. We can't call it in-game footage. We have to call it game engine footage. Through the toughest moments of the guy whipping my butt and being sad. This is the chance to show the world you are a champion when you look at your face. EA Sports. Frostbite engine. In-engine gameplay. This is in-engine. What do you call this? It's just a cutscene. That's all it is. This is pre-rendered. This is all pre-rendered. None of this is actual gameplay. I'm here for this moment. I'm here for this moment, and we're gonna get down, and we're gonna play some soccer, and then I'm gonna throw the ball in, and then it's gonna hit that net, and then we're gonna go, and then we're gonna go, and we're gonna go, and get off with FIFA 19, where champions rise. Look at that cup, it's amazing. Someone can get off the stage, please.
That's the UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football, where the world's best clubs compete, and icons of the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cement their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game. And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer. And I really love the trailer because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where champions rise. And you've been asking for this for a long time, and we are thrilled that it's here. And that's why we're bringing the Champions League across the game. There'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode.
Wow.
Your club will chase this trophy in career mode. Alex Hunter will pursue Champions League glory in your story mode.
Where's my boy Alex Hunter at?
And in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that, along with all our other Ultimate Team features later this summer.
Cool.
Great. And all that's just
so you pretty much showed us nothing.
As you know,
the
heart and soul of FIFA is gameplay. And this year, we're giving you the tools to
That's
control the
all
pitch
that's in it is gameplay.
From your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19.
You can just see the text boxes. They're just reading off of the
hands-on tests
thing.
with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now...
Well, what I can tell you right now is we're not going to show any damn gameplay. Welcome to the conference where we don't do anything.
The game on the hands-on sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th. And that's our FIFA 19 news, headlined by the UEFA Champions League.
Wow.
But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal.
No one gives a damn.
There's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one. The pursuit of Champions League glory.
And the other one is hopefully getting a girlfriend.
It's this trophy. The World Cup.
Looks like an Emmy.
Starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
As you can imagine, all of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup.
Like, no one knows what to clap at.
With FIFA 18
like,
players, which is why we just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch.
But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some great nations who didn't qualify this year.
Please.
Or you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country, like mine, Iceland.
Iceman.
Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
Wow. Cool. Great. My frame rate is dropping.
Apologies to any England fans in the room. That might still sting.
Bullets!
And Lena isn't the only one who's excited. FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there.
I'm not a FIFA player.
Everyone to come and join the celebration. So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and on PC through
I'm
Origin
going to go
Access.
straight home and just play that all day.
Download and play the entire game right now for free.
For free. You can beat the whole... Yep, there we go. There's the claps. There's the claps.
So to kick off the trial, we've got some of the world's biggest creators who are going to be playing live at the end of the show, representing their nations in a little mini World Cup tournament.
Cool.
And this summer
is
will
that
be
little
so
pump?
much more for
Was
FIFA
that little
fans.
pump? Damn
Plenty
it!
of FIFA 18 content centered around the World Cup.
Please.
And we'll bring you all the details
Please, just
on
move
FIFA
on.
19.
Please, I want to
But in
leave
the
now,
meantime,
please.
Let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you.
Kick it.
Auf from Island!
From Mother Russia. I'm gonna break it down now, I'm gonna break it down, we're gonna break it down, I'm gonna break it in the net, we're gonna break it on the floor, and then we're gonna break it on the dance floor. And then I'm gonna break that soccer ball, and then I'm gonna break the grass, and then I'm gonna break my knees, and then I'm gonna break the flag, and I'm gonna break my knees, I'm gonna break the flag, and then I'm gonna break the stadium, and then I'm gonna break it down, I'm gonna break it down so we can hit the grass and the floor now, and we're gonna hit that trophy. See, rapping is so easy.
Good morning.
Oh.
FIFA 19. You know, the FIFA community never rests. 20 million people from 60 countries playing in competitive leagues this year. Well, the FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions League and the World Cup and so much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience it all. We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime. So this week we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves. Now, it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future.
Thanks. Great.
The second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we started subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalog of games. Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premier. So 3 things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premier will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL, back on the PC for the first time in over a decade. Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to come. Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
Thanks, bye.
But I don't see how. Got a real tight grip when I hold that crown. My life been good and bad and all around. The more things I lost, the more
it was Batman.
Came here ready to fight on this night. You better just run for your life.
Oh. Great. This is fantastic. Cars, whales, marriage. Well, I just like no one plays Origin, and that's the thing. They're trying to get people more into Origin, and it's like,
hey everybody, what's up? So I'm here sitting inside the
oh, there you are.
EA Play, and I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn. What's going on, Vince? How you feeling today?
What?
I'm feeling great. I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I'm feeling
I mean,
great.
someone's super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah. So, you guys have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass.
But for new people,
we wanted to bring a little tidbit.
The stream chat
so we've
is
been
not
working with
working.
Lucas on
dying.
getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
I hope so. So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
That means
so
that the order has fallen.
Yeah, that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
Do you not know what Jedi means? You always hold a lightsaber when
So
you're
Vince, you got anything else?
Well, it takes place during the dark times. Trying to be a little vague here, but
that's
when the
every
Jedis
damn
are
time
being
in
hunted,
Star Wars. Every damn time is a dark
For all
time.
the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Okay.
3 and 4.
All right, between 3 and 4. That
That
sounds
is
like
a dark
nice
time.
You got any other tidbits? No?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
Bad time. Does that mean it's gonna just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
All right, so I think people are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
Yeah.
It will be holiday of next year, 2019.
Next year, not this year.
Sorry to dash any hopes.
No.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up. And
we're going to
we'll
be
hear from
yelling at
more
you
from
if you get
maybe,
something
maybe
wrong
next
in the canon.
Well, Vince, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Dennis over there.
Whoa! Dennis!
Hello there.
Hello.
My name is Dennis.
Hello,
I work
Dennis.
at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I'm a fan of Stockholm.
I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. So we launched our game
just
in
for a little
November last
bit.
year, and
Just wish I could,
clearly
you know,
we didn't get it
this
quite
could be the
right.
whole conference, but
So instead of coming out
Can't
of the
have
gate
that.
sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted.
yeah, without
So we decided to
microtransactions.
completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So
What?
from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And Thank you.
Wow.
It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends.
That's cool.
We're also adding a new Starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships.
Yeah.
And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships.
Can you like show us some footage of that instead of the keep
that you have
replaying?
been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
Whoa! Clone Wars! My favorite time period.
It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront.
Can I see it?
So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First, let me introduce the leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous.
General
and
McGrievous.
Yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, wow.
Finally making his debut in Battlefront after all these years. But we're
That's
not
cool.
done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku.
Is he fully rendered?
As someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, I do like Anakin.
The team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE are committed to Battlefront. We had a rough start, but I really think that this game has a bright future. Thank you very much for playing the game, providing us with your feedback, talking to us. Together, we will make this the greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be no Battlefront without you.
Yeah.
So thank you. May the Force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3. Thanks.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back. You know, I don't want to go.
Hi, it's really good to see you. In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find hope. And you form a new bond. And your spark is rekindled. And it leads you off on an adventure. So welcome to Unravel 2.
We're making a second one out of this game? Hello? Hello, I'm back. I was gone.
It's a game about fresh starts and second chances.
That's cool.
These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together.
That's cool.
And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with 2 characters.
So
you
it's
can play
co-op.
it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend. But there's always 2 characters there, sharing one yarn and working together to get through this adventure. This game, it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging, but above all, it's a lot more playful.
That's good.
And we think it's a worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now, so I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the stage.
Michael!
So, producer at Coldwood. And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
I have no friends.
So this wasn't prepared.
There we are.
Oh.
So when you're playing it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game.
Well, that's kind of weird.
And we actually tried to include a bit more of those because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments. Places that were like fun and exciting.
Alright. Doesn't look too bad.
And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into 2 and switch back and forth between the 2 characters. Because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across.
So it's like...
So I guess I'll jump in at this point.
Yeah, come join me.
No, come join me.
I'm gonna be the red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue.
Okay, alright.
A little celebratory flip there.
This doesn't look too bad. I'm liking how there's actual gameplay. You know, that's always nice. Oh.
Okay. Playing it safely now.
Oops.
I'll swing.
Oh!
Nice.
Nice, dude. Oh.
There you go.
Why, I thought it was being the red player. Now he's suddenly the blue player?
Okay, you go ahead. So here it goes.
Oh my
this
goodness.
Is the scary part. Let's see if we can do it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They got some skill. They're being the players. Oh, that bird almost got him.
Sweet, well done.
Oh, we're still here though.
Okay, I'll go up and distract the grouse.
I'll sneak up here.
I like how at least, you know, they're trying to be a bit more playful.
Yeah, look at me.
You know what I mean? Like they're...
No, keep him over to the left. Now I'll go.
You know what I mean? Like they're trying to be a bit more like fun.
No. I'll pull you up. There you go.
That seems a lot more fun. Like they seem like they generally are having fun. That's what I like.
Now we can breathe again.
Yeah, finally.
Or can we?
Or can we? I mean, we made this game. Oh!
So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2.
Unravel 2. Now with a blue person.
Yeah, I really hope you like it. And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort in so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
It was nice to have some heart in this. Aww. They are now spiritually connected forever. Okay, you don't have to play. You don't need to play this song. Aww. I mean, it's beautiful until they like literally disentangle themselves. Aww. Wow. So what's Unravel like 3 gonna be? Is it gonna be 3 players?
Thank you, Martin, and the brilliant team at Cold. The game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep, you heard that right.
Today?
You'll be able to take these 2 Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
Oh my God!
So thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Coldwood. Back in 2015, we started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight. And
oh yeah.
And I think we all kind of remember that. And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think I did. Anyhow, in March, that game caught fire. It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players in the first 2 weeks. And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Thank you, Patrick. I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like, our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited.
That's
Maybe
good.
A
I like
little
when
too
people are
excited.
excited. Unlike EA. Clapping. Medal.
Thank you.
She gave medal signs.
We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game. When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters.
That is true.
This is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely.
Oh God, I think this conference is going to go on.
I started writing the story when I felt
go
so
on
lonely
for a
in
while.
my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how, like, the concept seems to just float out of me like right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways.
That's very
so
topical
that players
nowadays.
who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster.
Oh.
The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Is this real?
Oh. Oh, jeez. Try to grab her hand.
This world that I live in is empty and cold.
That is true.
The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now, I'm too weak to run.
Oh.
A new day is here, but nothing is new. Alone in my room, I tremble for you.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. That looked pretty good. I enjoyed that. Oh.
Yeah.
Ah,
I'm the one.
I'm the one.
But I'm not the only one.
I'm what?
We are the one.
Who's the one?
You down, and we can put you on an island. Crossover.
Okay, well, I could care less about any of these parts, so I could care less about any of those parts. Anyways, sorry for like some of the barking and stuff in the background. My grandfather came to visit for a bit and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm okay. I'm streaming." He's like, "Oh, okay, I'll go." But you know, it was nice to see him. But that's why you heard barking and everything. But yeah, those look like some pretty good games. Unravel and Sea of Solitude. I think that's what it was called. I think out of the two, I mean, I actually love. They look like really good indie games, honestly. The rest of the games that they've been showing are just not in my interest because they're sports games or anything else. Oh, hold on. Ah, jeez, ow, my ears. It's in the game.
My name's Shay Kiblin, aka Young Kib. I'm from
Young Kid.
Washington. The only goal of mine is really
until I'm like 50, and then I'm not a young kid anymore.
At some point, he's gonna need to get out of this quarterfinal and claim a major.
I'm not gonna shake his hand.
Young Kiv, he's been stuck at the quarterfinals.
And here
he's been stuck at the quarterfinals. He's been stuck in every way of the stretch, man.
Third and four, throws it low. T.Y. drops it.
That was a phenomenal read, and Trini's got the lead.
40-19.
I hate losing way more than I love winning.
Oh, we have an incredible matchup.
Wait, what?
It's a rematch. Touchdown, Kev.
Then what's the point of playing the game?
And young Kev is going to be your champion. Can I play you again?
You want to get smacked again on TV?
Happy face, no. Madden 18 champion.
He's finally done it.
No.
Okay, baby, how you doing?
I've been good. You still recovering from that butt whooping?
Wow, already starting. Okay. Hi, everybody.
Man, what a racist.
From the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebrations. That's pretty fire. I like that a lot. As you guys know, this is Young Kid. Madden 18, Madden champion. Like, give it up for Young Kid, y'all. Give it up.
Wow.
Young Kid, how has it been? You know, your success and your path, you know, to where you're at today.
It's I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm, so then I picked up Madden. And at first, I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So the key to be the number
Cool.
one player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's number one. Number two, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to the tournament. So, like, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go.
Wow.
We're chasing money. That's awesome.
Cool.
Okay, now the past
Great.
the past few
Wow.
years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
It's been tough. I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's why I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of, bling on that belt for you. Well, today, EA Play, first look at the Madden 19 trailer.
Stop.
Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit. I honestly would just stay right here and talk to you guys forever. Well, I'm not going to board you guys. We're going to go out. I'm going to try to take this belt, round two. So we're out.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you for ending it. Game engine footage, cool.
You've worked your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain.
The top of the mountain.
You battled through the pain.
Yeah.
And failure. All just to
God.
get to this place.
Please.
Where you've been told
Show me some more.
legends are born.
Show me some more indie games, please.
You
Oh,
fall
it's Manning.
So you can rise. And you rise so that you can truly see. See that it was
Oh, it's the cheater team, the
never
Patriots.
about reaching the end of the road at all.
And there's the Seahawks. And there's the whatever those are.
Got you here.
And then there's that orange. Oh, there's the New York Giants. And then the Wings. Oh, good.
If you were in their position,
Ooh.
would you let the moment define you? Or will you define the moment?
Or will you define that moment? Look at this game engine footage. It's gonna be the new in-game footage. What is this? Is this more sports?
Hello,
Who?
ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation
I'm
a little bit
not.
differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live winner-take-all head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win.
Wow.
Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination, unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's
What?
base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map.
What?
Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points.
What?
A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile. Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
What?
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room, if you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Oh no! What have they done to you?
His opponent, fighting for the red side of the room, a competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
What?
Now, Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles and the
is.
competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
Please.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game for those
Yes.
of you out
Oh,
there.
no.
It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to
into the
kick
match. Here we go.
this off. As the players' bases have been deployed and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have a harvester to start things off. Nothing too crazy yet.
Nothing too crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick at Night being able to reach it a little bit first. In a strategy game, that flank position that In Control is going for on the top side, also very important as Nick at Night's forces have to circle around the center.
Right, let's see if he's able to create a 2-on-1. Is he able to get there? Looks like he's getting there. Here comes GDI with a Rhino. It's going to rip up those infantry.
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry, and like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
Yep. Nick and Knight with
This
some
is
attack
this is great. This is great. I love watching just mobile
On the top
games.
right side to help cover that Rhino as attack bikes move towards
I
the
just love
northwest
watching
position. You can see
mobile
that the missile
games.
is beginning to ready and firing that. That takes out half your base. The most important objective on the map is to hold those control zones.
Right, and In Control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
Yeah, he's done a great job of holding that down with the turret, and now he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes. And as that economy ramps up, of course, we're seeing bigger and more powerful units.
Shouldn't you
come
have
out.
like
We
another
have that
like
drill pod coming in on the left side to help
There it
flank
is. Putting
those
some
flame
flamethrowers. Right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear through those.
Can you let the guy that can
Control brings out his
actually
first tank.
like
That's gonna be used to
commentate?
try and help push back these smaller forces as he makes his way to the south side. That missile passing halfway now.
Oh, there
Both
it is.
two zones
Okay.
in control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
Oh,
See if
I love watching mobile
get around
games.
to that top corner, able to halt that missile. He does contest the missile, putting it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course. Blocking the pathing of those units is another big factor for this strategy. Holding those locations is so crucial.
I can't wait
As
for
In Control
esports or
begins
just
to
this
secure the
game.
northwest spot. Another tank's
That's
gonna
gonna
come
be
out from
great.
Nick at Night to take it out. But now he's bringing out the Pipple as well to help lock down that north position.
This missile is very, very close to firing. Let's see what's going to happen.
With another turret, In Control flanks. He takes the top. That missile
And that
fires. Off.
Wow.
And Nick at Night, one shot away from being knocked out here. As the next
Oh
one will start to
my
ready
God.
up in just a moment's time. In Control's very heady artillery.
Ah,
force
thank
doing a
goodness,
great
we got
job at
full
taking
screen.
Control of the map.
Yep.
I can actually look at the screen this time
You
now.
see, as more of Nick and Knight's forces move up towards that north position, those harvesters, of course, very crucial, very important to protect those. As your economy allows you to get these big late game units, the units are going to come out a bit more slowly as you get more of them on the field. But In Control, it's just spreading his forces out, trying to hold this advantage that he's had so
Yeah.
far.
Nick at Night is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control.
This is
Blocking and just
just
ripping through again those
riveting.
infantry.
Riveting gameplay.
We see In Control now moving his tank towards the
Another
south
drill
side.
pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile, two more tanks coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure those positions. He brings up the laser infantry on the south side as well
Yeah.
to deal with that tank. Going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make the proper response is so important in strategy.
Absolutely. Nick at Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far
Harassing
side
those
for
harvesters.
rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
And we see that missile is starting to get close to firing
look
with
at this.
3 zones in control for Nick and Knight, looking to set things back the other way. In Control trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position, and take over that south.
And we're seeing the first mech unit from In Control. This is the Wolverine. Gonna rip, and this little watch out for this missile.
And Nick and
there
Knight's
it
gonna
goes.
fire that one off and settle
All right.
for next missile is gonna end it.
Next missile
Which
wins.
player
Let's see what happens.
will have control. The Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try and deal with these forces. But Nick at Knight's done a great job of getting map presence and now also harassing the economy of
There
In
he
Control.
is. Yep. Wow. Okay, we've got our first mammoth tank on the board. If In Control can get this in position, he's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit to deal with those.
Wow.
What's going on here?
It's got a
A
lot of
lot,
range that big
yep.
boy, and In Control just needs to hold
This
them
missile is
together.
nearly going to fire.
It can be
That's
stolen at
80%.
any
Where's it going to go?
No,
He's gonna be able to
it's
get
not
it
going to
off.
be stolen if the tank is just fine.
Gonna take it. defeating Nick and
That was legit. Dude, that was epic. Amazing. What a match. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Wow.
Any thoughts, guys?
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you
We
so
saw a
much.
little bit of everything.
Thanks
right
in
there.
control. At least
Let's
you,
hear it
you
for
stay true to your
Nick and Knight and in control.
yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command & Conquer Rivals.
Wow.
Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile. We're giving
For
players
just mobile.
complete,
Won't be on
continuous
anything
control
else.
of their
Just
armies
mobile.
in quick, competitive, head-to-head matches that are fueled by skill and strategy.
Why?
Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this game, and we can't wait for you to play. Please let us know what you think. Thank you.
Oh, where are we now? Is this still Command & Conquer, the bullcrap? Yep. I don't... What's the point, though? Like, there's so many better RTS games. That scream, though. But you know what I mean? Like, there's so many better RTS games right now than there has ever been. So, like, why even bother with, like, the... You know what I mean? Like, why even... Unless if you just, like, can't do anything else while you're on mobile. You know what I mean? What the... Wasn't that the guy from the first game? I don't care. Please let this
Command &
conference be...
Conquer
Oh.
for a new generation.
Please.
Now, before we close the
Yes,
show
just
with a
save me.
spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final things. I'm blessed to be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams and what I can say about us is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice. Is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on.
Why does it
That
matter?
in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly. That no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play.
What does it matter?
That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives. And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games and as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together.
What?
The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound.
Yeah.
Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate
great.
that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday thread. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado,
Is that a privilege
let's
for
take
you?
a look at Anthem.
Alright, let's take a look at Anthem. Let's see how that is. Oh, game engine footage.
Just say
And
it's
left
a
our
cutscene.
world in chaos.
Just say it's a cutscene.
Creating. Altering. Destroying. The anthem is all that remains.
There's a storm coming. These walls can't protect us forever.
Something is out there. It wants to destroy us all.
Yeah. Oh, I know this song. Oh, I guess they weren't so victorious. I guess her Spotify playlist is not doing so well. Like, I know it's a good thing that they're talking about this game, right? But, like, I just have no interest. I don't know, maybe it will actually show me. Oh.
That trailer! You guys have seen it a couple times, and it's still cool every time I see it.
Is it?
So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzard.
Are these actors? Aren't these actors? Casey Hudson. That sounds familiar.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks for coming out today. Just got a little game to show, right? Yep. It's going to be very exciting. So Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you.
This is a Q&A?
So now we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans. So it's been super satisfying
I would
to
highly
come back to
disagree.
it. And, you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio. And that's kind of where it started with Anthem, is just thinking about, you know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game?
Are they selling their IP
Create
to
brand
to
new
the
world
to
for people
those?
to discover, you know, a whole new world of story and character.
Ow,
we
my
also
ears.
wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game.
Well, now we
that's
know it was
sort of
recorded
built
March
inside,
14th.
But something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now you can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous, and you're focused on your mission.
Yeah.
And this is where other
mission
players
of what?
can play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this,
Are those two
what's
moons?
unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing.
You're just basically
And this is
making
what we
a
mean when we
like
talk about
Destiny.
Our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action. And this is where your story really lives and breathes. And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come. So
Oh.
one of the first things that we hear when from our community is they want to
So when you
continue
mean
to play
story
in our world.
to
When they
come, you
finish
mean just
Mass Effect or
like-
Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything.
So,
A new moment with
DLC,
a character that you've grown to love,
events,
or an
expansions,
event in the world that
or a
deepens
book.
the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
How is that a unique
certainly not gonna
mechanic to
complain
add
about
new
more
story?
I don't
Like,
think anybody out there is going to either. So Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover.
Yeah.
So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property, or IP, as we've been saying.
Yeah.
Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms.
I mean, it's
What's the
some
process of creating
beautiful
a game
images.
like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare.
A few.
And then really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do
What are
that
the
are
new
different from what
things?
you've played before? So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then
Yep.
once we do that, then we
Unique
kind of
experience.
we still need to build all the rest of the stuff, and what unlocks us creatively.
I
is
mean,
to
it
think
doesn't look
about,
half
like, principles
bad.
around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world.
Oh,
And
politics.
then from there, we can actually go
Ooh.
and build out every last detail.
Politics.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the
Well, I
world
mean,
is always
apparently it is
changing,
always happening right now with the
weather,
world that you set up.
Storms, seasons, and it's
Seasons,
a great
like The
concept to write
Sims?
for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world, almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
Why are we
So
the
you
character?
are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these these javelin
Uniquely,
exosuits.
if everyone else
And,
can do
you
it?
need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will
What?
kill you. But on top
It
of
will
that,
kill you.
Our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the Anthem of creation, and so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique
4.
abilities. There's the Ranger, and
Oh.
then there's the Colossus,
Oh.
the Interceptor,
Ooh.
and finally the Storm.
Yeah, so
Storm.
each javelin gives
That's
you a
just
different
him.
way
Storm.
to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage in, or the javelins that your friends are using. So really what this allows us to do is we've built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own
I
unique
don't
abilities.
mean to be
Let's
rude,
take a
but why
look
does the
at,
Interceptor
Ranger
look
now.
like...
The Ranger is a more generalized
Like,
suit,
it looks
able
very
to,
feminine.
do a lot of different things.
There's nothing wrong with
really
that.
designed for up
It's
close
just
and
like,
personal combat,
why?
one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
That sounds like my type of role.
I'm just going to say the Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite. And I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now, too. So the javelins
That
are
is true.
awesome, but we're going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays, through gear and weapons, but also being able to
That didn't even look
personalize
like
the
a
way
real
that it
Twitter
looks,
account.
both through paint jobs as well as changing the actual geometry of the
Ah,
suit
you
itself.
see that
We want
that
teams to
little
be able to
Mass
do this
Effect
as well.
reference there?
And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to
Long
make
period of time until we can
I'm
make
glad
some
you
more
brought that up, 'cause
DLC.
actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization. Monetization. How, when, loot box, cosmetics.
Yeah, so we are going to
They don't
have
even,
some
like-
cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase.
They have no
but you're always gonna
profile
know what you're gonna buy
pictures
before
at all.
You, spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means
I highly doubt
no
these are
ability
even
to
real
spend money
people.
on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem. But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story,
That's good.
new
That's
experiences for
nice.
everyone.
That's nice.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey.
But
we talked
you
earlier
are
about
wearing
this
red.
being a co-op experience. So can you tell me
What?
a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem's going to work?
Yeah, it really is about, you know, the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want
Superheroes.
to get a few people together. Of
This is
different
the most
classes.
ambitious
So,
crossover since
you know, I think
Infinity
here we're
War.
going to see the
Or
Colossus,
Marmaduke.
you know, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay. If we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, you know, in melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from a
Combo
They're using
breaker.
you know, combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because the Slate Tones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that
It
want
feels
to
like a
experience the
choice.
story, you're going to be able to do that. Now going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So
Or
I really
have
hope
no friends,
that everyone
you
at
know.
least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay?
Yay!
Yeah? You guys want that?
So I don't have to
Kathleen,
say
you're gonna
anything
set this
even
up
more.
for us?
I will. So, you and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an
We'll not be put in the actual game, or we'll
weapons.
change the name later.
So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. you have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah,
thanks,
just put on
Owen.
Your javelin suit, and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
Gameplay. EA. It's sorta in the game, but might be taken out for microtransactions. Those are some weird. Oh.
Time to get to work. Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon.
Kind of looks like something from Star Wars. Okay. Oh. That must be very hard to get out of. I'm just gonna be honest. That must be very hard to get out of. Like your bones are gonna be like squished and everything. Wow. Only locked at 120 frames. Rain effects. Kind of delayed there.
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
Thanks, Owen. That's a dead person. Did we just cut to a different scene? We're cutting to different scenes. I'm pretty sure we saw this in
Checking out the scar cam some more.
Okay.
Look at all the weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly.
That sounds like a voice actor I've heard before. And this is like actually what your in-game character like sounds like. I don't know if I'm gonna be happy. You know what I mean? It's like, why? I don't want the character to have their own voice. I want myself to have my own voice. Wow. This is an ambitious game, I'll say that. Like the amount of detail and like world building and just how open it is, I'm not entirely sure how they're gonna be able to like hold all of that.
There's a shaker relic. Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you?
I mean, they have to sacrifice something. Like they can't have all of this.
Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
You know what I mean? It's like you can't. The way they're like setting this up, it's very. Going to the hub, it's single player based, but then going outside is very multiplayer based. Do you have a choose of who can actually be in your world, or is it free from everyone?
To the relic. You've got to silence it fast.
That is the worst gun I've ever seen. Only does 1 damage.
It's gone silent. Disaster averted. Do you think we get a bonus for... Wait, something's happening.
We have awoken something.
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position.
Really, it's just aliens. We find out it's just an aliens
On the plus side,
crossover.
this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should find the source.
Okay, alright, and we're just jumping straight in. Not even gonna give a care about like making noise or... Turns out it's dinosaur. Oh. That's no dinosaur, that's a huge testicle. It looks like a testicle mixed with a spider. Are we really just gonna rip off like every Avengers thing?
I'm so hyped, you guys.
Stop screaming!
Yep, and that was actually just a short version of the full demo that we brought here to LA.
Really?
So if you want to
That was
come
short?
by the Anthem Theater here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
Also,
Anthem
why do they look
comes
like
out February
testicles?
22nd, 2019.
2019?
On Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
So mark your calendars, everybody. Fire off your tweets. Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire BioWare team. I know you guys have that awesome theater outside, so I will see you guys there.
All right.
Give it up for Casey Hudson, everybody.
Give it up for that guy. Wow.
I also want to give a big thank you to all of the developers who showcased their games
Are we
today
done?
and
Are we
everybody
done?
working
Are we
hard at
done?
their
Are
studios
we done?
back
Please
home
tell me we're done.
around the world. Let's give them all a round of applause.
Please tell me that we're done.
Now,
Please.
some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access.
Yeah.
Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it. So,
I just want to download Unravel 2 and just waste my life.
In just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is
No,
going to
please.
begin. I'm going to head outside and check out
Please.
the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to
Let's
EA
end
Play
it.
today and
Can we
watching
just
the
end
press
it?
conference, and have a great weekend.
Is that it? Are we done? Are we finally, like, there isn't any more? Are we free? Am I free? Let it be over. Please. I want it to be over. I hate their gosh darn trailers. Oh my gosh, are we done? Are we done?
Hi, guys.
Yes! Thank you! Okay, no, don't
You
look
ever
at
had a Snickers almond?
I'm not being paid for this ad. They're not paying me. Look away. Don't look at the ad. Stop looking at the ad. Is the ad done? No, it's still going. Is it done yet? No. Is it done? Nope. Is it done? Nope. Is it done? Nope. Is it done? Is it done? Oh my god, he just flew out. He just flew out, Jesus. Jeez, my god. Oh, it's done. Alex Hunter here, and it's done. I'm free from misery and tyranny. Oh my god. Alright, so that was, what time is it? It's 10:21. They said, wait, what? Because for me it started at 12 and then ended at 1, but for me it would have ended at 2. Okay, well, thank goodness it ended earlier than I expected. I guess we should give our final thoughts. Sorry for anyone who tried to join the Twitch chat. I don't know what's been going on with Twitch chat. It's been breaking for me lately. But yeah, let's see. What do we got? What happened today? That happens every time when it's EA. Is that what happened? Because they just throw so much bull crap in front of your face. It's like, what happened? We had some guy do that whole FIFA thing that really I really wanted to give up. We had sports. I think one game that I liked that I can't remember was there. There were the 2 indie games that looked pretty good. Sports. Oh, there was Alright, yeah. So Battlefield, right? I love how when they were like, guys, don't worry, we added Battle Royale, and then there was half of the crowd that was like, whoa, and then half of the crowd was like, oh my god, kill me. It's like, no one wanted a battle, like, the problem, okay, here's the problem with adding a Battle Royale mode to these games. They don't make sense, really. You know, the popularity of Battle Royale became more popular with King of the Kill, I think is what the game is, from H1Z1, which is now just H1Z1. And then it progressed into, there was a little known game called The Calling, which drastically failed due to, I don't know why it failed, probably because of the amount of stuff they added that just kind of screwed with it. And then PUBG came out, you know, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and it was a hit for a while, and then Fortnite realized, oh wait, zombie games aren't in anymore, so let's just take all the available assets and make a Battle Royale game out of it. And that's what they've done. I mean, there's still a game that you can buy with it, but I don't know if anyone would really want to play that. I don't know. I mean, it's up to people. But the point still stands is that, you know, I can't believe that, like, PUBG is suing, like, Fortnite for being like, oh, you're infringing on stuff, and it's like, you're really an idiot, aren't you? It's like, you can't copyright a game mode, you know? That's not a thing. But yeah, I mean, Call of Duty's doing it, and I'm just like, I don't really play any of those games, so I wouldn't really care. But the fact that, like, Battlefield's doing it, like, but why though? Here's the problem with all of these, like, we're doing PlayerUnknown's Battleground, you know, we're doing Battle Royale games, is that they don't make any sense for the game. Like, for instance, Call of Duty, like, that's such a game, when I think about it, I'm just like, you get an idea for it, you know, it's just like a pointless shooter, pointless guns, you know, doesn't really matter. I can't imagine going through the wilderness and, like, finding a random gun on the floor or opening a random chest. Like, how is it gonna work? And then for Battlefield, a game that I would find is more immersive or realistic than Call of Duty, with better textures, a better game engine, and just better everything, it's just gonna make a battle royale. Like, it doesn't make any sense, really. So I think that's one of the main problems with announcing that they were gonna do Battle Royale, and then they're doing a Star Wars game, which is in apparently the dark period, when every period was dark. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm really excited for Bethesda and Devolver, and the rest of it I don't care about, because EA is such, they're laughable. They're laughable, you know what I mean? It's like, and it's not even that, like, this year there wasn't a lot of funny moments. I mean, all the funny moments were at the first bit. I don't know if that was just me, like, not having anyone to bounce off of or whatever, but, like, the first bit is, like, where it was, like, kind of like, oh, this is, you know, the cringe bit, this is the funny bit, you know, whatever. And then it just got boring. Like, it just got really boring. Like, I don't know, I mean, I guess I'm just not excited for the Andromeda or whatever it's called game. But it's just like, they throw so much stuff at you with sports and a stupid mobile game and everything like that, and you're just like, I don't remember what happened. So the only things I remember from this conference is that nobody wants Battle Royale for Battlefield. Cool 2 indie games. I'm really looking forward to those 2 cool indie games. And yeah, I'm just glad that it's over, because it's probably, I got up so early for this. I don't know why. I could have just waited on, I could have just skipped it. I really could have. I don't know. So anyways, tomorrow hopefully we'll have enough time for Sunday's videos or Sunday stream. again, there is apparently a tiny build stream or a press conference, which I found surprising. That wasn't at any of the release schedules, so I don't know if we'll be covering that. The main heavy hitters we're going to try and hit up is Microsoft, Bethesda, and Devolver. For Monday, hopefully we can maybe get Square Enix. It just really depends. Our main goal, though, was like Ubisoft, PC Gaming Show, and then Sony. And after that, I'm done. I'm not doing any more of this. But hopefully Sunday will be more fun. The guys should be there on Sunday. We're going to have like a little chat maybe or something. I don't think they have seen anything. But yeah, we might have like a little chat of like, oh, you know, this at E3 and this and that. But yeah, so I'm done. This is the stream for today. If you expected me to play a game or anything, no, I wasn't gonna do that. I'm sorry. I don't feel up for it really. So yeah. Anyways, check a look tomorrow. Hopefully we can cover as much as we can. I feel like Sunday I'll have a bit more time, hopefully. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. For anyone who did. Again, this will probably be uploaded a few days in advance. And yeah, so have a good day, have a good night, or whatever time you're watching this, and see you guys on the next stream.